People, we are Tottenham TV, and this clip we're about to play for you has been brought to my attention on social media. It's a clip from DR Sports, and they are talking about Romero, Cuti Romero. Our very own Cuti Romero, our World Cup winner Cuti Romero, our two-time Copa America winner Cuti Romero, our captain Cuti Romero, and also the heir to Messi's throne Cuti Romero in terms of being a world champion captain. World Champions team captain anyway. And just run the track.
Roll the clip. Front of stage, front and stage. Front and center, come to the stage, AGT.
We'll give one for the Spurs fans. Romero is one of the best defenders in the league.
I'd say
Oh, it's this guy's being nice.
barely makes the top 10.
Yeah.
Barely
So
makes
at
the
very
top
of
10.
The hierarchy on his
What
own.
is he
Head and
chatting
shoulders on his
about?
own.
Is he even Spurs'
And then-
best defender though?
Is
All
he
the ones better than
insane?
him. Van
Van
Dijk,
Dijk, Saliba,
Okay, Van Dijk,
Gabriel.
Saliba.
Arte.
Even Gabriel, I'm not even sure if he's better than
Look, I think-
Romero.
I think
I'm actually not sure.
if you go on past performances in the Premier League over the last couple of years, you can say Gabriel. Gabriel isn't like a crazy shout.
I'm not saying it's a crazy shout. I'm just saying you put Romero next to Saliba in the Arsenal team, you probably have a Premier League title by now.
Yeah.
Arte.
Canate, I'm not having. I am not having that. I like Canate. I actually think he's good. I know it might be, recency bias because of he's been bad this season. He's been awful. But I just don't think he's better than Romero.
He's not. I don't
not
think he
better
is.
than
He's a very good defender, but he's not better than Romero. No chance.
Canate's definitely.
Canate's
Canate
better.
definitely AGT.
Murillo?
Go back
Is
back
he-
as well. Look how sure he is as he's
I
saying
know,
it as
he's-
well.
Canate's
Like.
better.
Thanks.
Murillo?
Serious.
Is he...
Murillo!
He goes, is he Forrest? Doesn't even know who Murillo is. And he's saying he's better than Romero. Is he Forrest? Is he Forrest? You don't even know who he is.
This is
And
the
you're saying he's
muddiest
better than
video,
Romero.
man. The muddiest video of muddiest
Forrest
videos.
is
like
Go on.
confused.
Nah, let's
Who's
go bigger
Murillo?
names than that. Like
I still think-
Ruben
I
Diaz,
still
John
think-
Ruben
Stones.
Diaz, okay.
Mark
John
Gay?
Stones. I don't
Mark
even think
Gay,
John Stones
yeah,
is better.
7.
Mark Gehi, I don't
Nikola
think is better.
Milenkovic.
Milenkovic is
The-
not
the-
better.
Botman, who's
Botman
the one
is
that they
not
are?
better.
Who's the other one?
Who's the other one?
Dan
Dan Burn.
Dan Burn! He's
Last
saying
6
Dan
months,
Burn
Dan
is
Burn.
better than
Okay,
Cuti
so-
Romero.
The
How are
dis-
these guys?
The disrespect Romero gets from rival Premier League fans is an absolute joke. They're putting Milenkovic, Murillo, Guehi, Dan Burn ahead of Cuti Romero. These guys have never... I've always thought, like, I saw these videos recently doing the rounds. What is your, like, litmus test about whether you think you're chatting to someone who you think knows football, who knows ball, who's got good ball knowledge? For me, I actually think it's Romero. Like, if you don't rate Romero, you don't understand football. Like, you honestly don't know ball. You have no ball knowledge. If you think Romero is just like an average centre-back or he's not good, like, he is world class. He is an absolute phenomenal centre-back. Every Argentina fan or player, they all think he's the best in the world, bar none. The guy has never played in an international tournament and not won it. How mad is that? He has a 100% win record in international tournaments instead of in terms of winning the whole thing. He came to Tottenham. He's won a Europa League. His record when he's actually played, like even in the last 2 seasons, defensive record hasn't even been that bad. Yes, I know defensively Spurs have been a mess, but he's still been good. We only conceded when he played last season 4 goals in the whole Europa League run when he played. Like, the guy is incredible. You put into account his passing ability. His passing is one of the best, if not the best, in the Premier League. His passing ability from centre back. No one passes it through the lines like he does. It's incredible. It's so hard to do what he does. He's captain material. He's now our leader. And these guys are putting Murillo, who they don't know who he plays for, in the same conversation. Like, what has Murillo done to show he's better than someone like Cuti Romero? And he got Serie A Defender of the Year when he was at Atlanta in Italy. He got Serie A Defender of the Year. The guy is world class. He's an absolute Rolls Royce. And if you don't see that, you don't know what you're talking about.
I think he is world class, and I think he's definitely got the ability to keep going on and keep improving and being even better than he is now. But it is fair to say that he hasn't reached his full potential in a Spurs shirt consistently as of yet. I think Romero should for the talent and the quality that he has, I think he should be performing better on a consistent level. Like, there has been games where I've just been so frustrated with him and he's got done a few times and everything like that. But when things are going
Don't
right,
all defenders have that?
Yeah, to a certain extent, but I feel like Romero, for the quality he has more than he should have, in my opinion. And look, don't get me wrong, I think he's top quality. I'm very happy with him, and I wouldn't transfer him out for anything or for anyone. And when you're talking about trying to name players like Dan Burn and Milenkovic and Murillo in the same breath of him, I think that's just such disrespect to Cuti Romero. Like, I think he's in the top 5 defenders in the Premier League. I think the ones I would put above him, Van Dijk, Saliba, Gabriel, and maybe Ruben Diaz, and I think then comes Cuti Romero after that.
I don't even think Diaz is better than him nowadays. I know Diaz was absolutely brilliant when they won the league a few seasons back, and I like Diaz. I think he's a great defender, but I think Romero's got more to his game. I think you could put Romero in Man City, and if you swap the defenders, everyone would say Romero's a better defender.
got probably.
If you swap the club, sorry.
But either way, whether you put Diaz then Romero or Romero then Diaz, I think those are the 5 top centre backs in the Premier
I'm
League.
trying to think anyone else. Honestly, I think he's better than Guehi. I know Guehi's a good centre back, but I think he's better than him. I think he's better than Botman. He's better than all the Newcastle centre backs. He's better than anyone United have. He's better than anyone Chelsea have. Yeah, I agree. Top 5 easily.
But for
Quite
even,
comfortably, I would say.
Yeah, and even like from what I was saying before, that I think he should have shown more consistency in a Spurs shirt, and I still put him in the top 5. You know what I mean? That shows in my mind where I think his levels can go to. If he does show that consistency, I think he can get better. Better.
I think he gets branded with narratives. Oh, he's rash. He's
Yeah.
he's a ticking time bomb. All this rubbish.
Yeah.
It's bollocks. It's all bollocks. He actually doesn't even get booked that often these days. I think the last time he got sent off was 2 years ago. He didn't get sent off last season, did he? I can't remember. Not one red card. He hasn't actually had that many red cards in a Tottenham shirt overall.
Yeah.
And since he, especially, I would say, in the last year or so, he's definitely calmed down a lot. He's a lot more controlled. Yes, he still has the odd moment where he goes flying in, right, and he wants to, put his name on that ball. But by and large, he's actually been a lot calmer, and his actually aggression's a lot more controlled now. Since he's been put the captain's armband on, he's developing a lot more leadership skills, a lot more of a leader, and a lot more responsibility in the dressing room, and he's becoming this all-round brilliant defender. And we see how much Spurs miss him on the ball when he's not there. It's night and day.
He got 3 bookings all season last year. 3 bookings.
Exactly.
Is that
I know he missed a lot of football, but still.
To be fair, he has already got 3 bookings this season, so he's already equaled that. But like, people talk about him being a ticking time bomb because of his first couple of years at Spurs, and he was a bit like that, a bit of a bull in the china shop, a bit over exuberant at times. He got 19.
Was Gabriel early on,
Yeah, for sure. But he got 19 yellow cards in his first 2 seasons at us. And that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a lot. So, I mean, but he's learned from that, and he's getting older. He's maturing as a player. And in my opinion, there's only up from him. He's only getting better and better, and he's going to take on more responsibility. He just had the captain's armband on for Argentina. Once Messi retires, that's going to be his permanently. You don't get captaincy of Argentina just from being an average player. You know what I mean? You don't get captaincy for Argentina for being worse than Dan Burn. Put it that way.
100%. You don't understand how much, like, the Argentinian national team as well, how much they rely on him and how much of a difference he's made to them winning those tournaments. You got to remember, before he made before he broke into the team, they were always the nearly team. They couldn't get themselves over the line. In fact, they were a bit of a mess defensively when they went out to France 4-3 in the World Cup before. In the World Cup before that, they got to the final, but they couldn't get over the line. Romero, and they couldn't even win a Copa as well. Messi hadn't won an international tournament before Romero came along, and then Romero comes along. I remember in that first Copa they won, they had to inject him so heavily for that final because they just couldn't. They said they needed
Man of
him.
the match performance,
and he was
as well.
man of the match as well. Remember how I know they conceded 3 goals, but that France final, he was brilliant, absolutely brilliant in that game.
Hasn't he been man of the match in all the finals that he's won?
Well, I don't know about the World Cup final. I don't think he was man of the match in that one, but it must have been Mbappe.
Maybe
Mbappe
not.
or Messi.
Yeah, I guess you're probably right. But I mean, he was man of the match in the Europa League final.
Yeah.
Had the captain's armband on that
and got
day.
player of the tournament as well.
Player of the tournament. So I mean, when you're talking about big players for big step up in big occasions, I mean, we talk. I said Gabriel's better than Romero, but when has Gabriel ever stepped up in a big occasion for Arsenal? He's never had the opportunity to, I guess, because Arsenal will never get into big occasions. What's Gabriel won?
Nothing.
What's he won in his career?
Not won anything.
What's
Not for
Saliba
Spurs
won
or
in his
international.
career? You know what I mean? Kuti Romero's been there and done it.
He's also a big game player. Absolutely.
what I said, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's a big game player in these big moments in finals. He always turns up, and it takes a certain mentality to do that. So, I think he gets seriously underrated, and a lot of it is also because he's been at us where we've been a mess for a few years as well, and obviously he's been part of that. Don't get me wrong, but I think he gets tarnished with that brush a lot of the time.
You know, I can kind of take it if they say, like, you know, he's in the top 10 and a few of those players, you know, football's a game of opinions, right? You can say this player's better than that player, whatever. But to say he's not even in the top 10 is just an absolute joke, man. Like, seriously.
Well, AGT said he's not even the best defender at Spurs, let alone Premier League. I understand that argument. I do think he's better than Van de Ven, though, in my opinion. I think he's a better defender. He's a better player. I think Van de Ven is a bit younger, and I think he makes less mistakes because he doesn't take as many risks as Romero, because that's the kind of defender he is. So he doesn't, obviously, from that point of view, he doesn't do anything glaring like maybe Romero will do. When he makes a mistake, it'll be like a glaring error. Whereas Van de Ven, it's not the same. But I would much rather a defender like Romero. Like, I think he tries things. I think a lot of the time it comes off. He's got unbelievable quality on the ball, and I think the way he comes in at attackers and wins the ball off them and sets Tottenham's attacks. Like, Van de Ven doesn't quite do those kind of things. Look, it's different styles. It's not like one's better. I just prefer Romero.
You need one to complement the other.
I mean, preferably, yes, in the partnership. They're two kind of styles. One's like aggressive, goes for
It's
the
like
ball.
comparing Gabriel to Saliba.
Yeah, exactly. It's like two different. I mean, you can compare them, but they're just two different kind of centre backs.
Yeah.
But I do think Romero is the best defender at Tottenham, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do agree with that, to be honest. I think, I would say, like, in terms quality-wise, I think Romero's the best, but I think actually Van de Ven has been more consistent since Van de Ven has joined Spurs out of the two.
Yeah, he very rarely has a bad game, but that's because of the style as well. He always plays a safe pass. He never, taking risks like Romero does. And, those risks are necessary.
Yeah. I do feel as well with Romero, though, like, you look at last season at the back end when we didn't have really much to play for in the Premier League, and his performances showed that. So you never want to see that, particularly from like a club captain.
No. There were some bad games, yeah, for sure, 100%.
So, I mean, in terms of like back end of the season when things are not going right and you've not got much to play for, like, he does take his eye off the ball sometimes.
I think the whole squad did.
The whole squad did, yeah, for sure. But like, he's club captain. Now he is.
Now
anyway.
He is, yeah.
But a lot of those games he had the captain's armband on.
Yeah.
So look, anyway, regardless of that, like, the guy is a top quality centre back. He's 100 million% in the top 10, possibly, in my opinion anyway, he is in the top 5 of centre backs in the Premier League. Sim is saying he's in the top 4. You saying
I'll say top 4.
I say top 5. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, because I thought that video was just madness from AGT and all those guys on DR Sports. And we had to react to it because I just thought it was mind-blowing what these guys were saying.
AGT
really
still
was.
drunk from his engagement party, I think.
Did he get engaged, did he?
He did.
Mazel tov.
Exactly. Congratulations to AGT, but you need to sober up, mate. You're making content now.
Yeah, well, like I said, let us know in the comment section below. Where do you rank Kuti Romero in defenders in the Premier League? Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.